Well, hi all. Welcome to Source Snack Break today. Today is Monday, May 18th. And according to the National Calendar Day, it is also Clean Dishes Day. So I don't know who they think are taking care of that in our houses, but I love that idea. Before we get started, I want to explain a couple things about the webinar tool. So you're all muted automatically, but you have access to the live chat. You can pop in some emojis to try it out. I can see one already. You can also use the live chat to ask questions or comment. We will make sure we answer all of your questions, so be sure to write in whatever you've got. The more interactive, the better. We love it. So my name is Ren. I'm with Source, and I'd love to introduce you to our guest today. This is Dianne with Momentum Textiles. Hey, Dianne.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your cute pup here, and a little bit about Momentum Textiles?
Sure. So thanks for joining us, guys. I miss everybody. So I'm Dianne Knight. I'm with Momentum Textiles. So I formerly was a designer and then worked for some other, another rep group and did some other things, actually taught a little bit. And now I'm with Momentum. And Momentum is now the largest wall covering and textile company. And we have, lots of PVC options. We've got wall protection. We have lots of sustainable performance fabrics, basically. So
sweet. And who is this cute little puppy?
Okay, so this is Pearl. She's our little half Havanese, half Bichon.
Oh, glorious.
And yeah, she's about 5 years old. She's super cute, although now she is very shaggy and long and needs a groom desperately, just like the rest of us.
Yes. Sweet. So you're going to be talking to us about a bunch of cool options. Before we get started, I do want to note that one cool thing I love about Momentum is you guys are carbon neutral because you buy a bunch of offsets and you have installed a bunch of solar panels, which is super cool. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I love it. Let's see what we got here. Can you talk to us a little bit about this Silica line?
Yes. So Silica, for those of you who don't know, Silica is our silicone coated fabric, and it's an upholstery product that basically is made with three components. It's silicone, a colorant, and a polyester backing. Mm-hmm. So it's really become the gold standard for sustainable performance textiles right now. And it's great for high use areas like healthcare, corporate, hospitality, higher ed, schools, all those kinds of places. And the big thing now is everyone's asking about bleach cleanable and antimicrobial, antibacterial. So Silica kind of covers all of that without adding any extra additives or finishes or chemicals on the product. So I think we wrote a little snippet up here. It's inherently antimicrobial and antibacterial, antifungal, bleach cleanable, PVC free, has a 15-year warranty, which is really pretty robust.
Yeah.
Is puncture resistant, and there's 38 patterns. So we've got a lot to choose from.
Yeah, I feel like silicone is a very new textile, but it seems like Momentum has had some collections of silica for a long time. And so you've like really curated a nice palette. You've got solids, you've got textures, you've got some prints, you've got some graphic ones. And I really love the hand of yours. Can you talk a little bit about that, about how it feels? Is it similar to polyesters a little bit?
It's different. So Silica, think of like your silicone, spatula or silicone oven mitt. So it does have kind of almost like a sticky-ish type of feeling. It's very different. It is heat resistant, which is another kind of cool thing. So great for areas if you're concerned with bed bugs or have like a hot area. It's indoor outdoor, so it can go outside as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do find that the new ones feel a little less rubbery. Like the hand is getting nicer on them. They're feeling much more smooth. Are you finding that as well?
Well, I mean, we've added some textures and some patterns, and we've had this actually in our line since 2010. So we've had it for about 10 years. So we've had all that time to kind of, make it what it is today and improve on it year by year. So basically we started around 300,000 double rubs and it goes up from there.
Wow. Okay. And so when it comes to the polyester backing, is that something that designers need to worry will separate from the backing at some point? I've heard that there's a difference between silicones and poly fabrics.
Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't separate. I mean, silicone actually is the one, like I said, it's the gold standard. So it's the one that's really holding up to everything a lot better than some of the other coated fabrics. But and the backing really isn't something that you need to be worried about. It should not delaminate.
Awesome. Okay. And because it's antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal, you really don't have to add a finish to this. You just open the box and off it goes, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the beauty of Silica, is that you don't have to add anything extra to make it perform. And it is on, you know, the Healthier Hospitals Initiative. It's great for indoor air quality. It doesn't have any off-gassing.
Great.
So those are some things that we've really worked hard to develop as well.
Okay. And how does it compare in price? Is it a little bit higher?
It's a little bit higher than some of the, you know, of course, the PVC products and even some of the polyurethanes out there, including ours. But, you know, you get what you pay for. So if you can, afford to invest in the Silica, it's a great option.
But that's a conversation you can have with your client. Like, yes, it may cost a little bit more upfront, but it's going to last a while, is what I'm hearing.
Absolutely. Yeah, it does. It does kind of outlive a lot of its counterparts.
Awesome. I love that. Yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about your next collection, Endurance.
Okay. So Endurance EPU, this is a little bit newer for us. So it's a environmental polyurethane. That's kind of what the EPU stands for. Again, it's PVC free, zero waste chemicals, zero solvents in the production. We have 27 approved cleaners. It's scratch resistant, and it has a 10-year warranty again, which is really large. And we started with kind of one basic solid EPU. These go up to 1 million double rubs. So these are even a little bit higher. And we really developed it because we were seeing that there were some times where delamination was happening in the polyurethane world. And so this one is a little bit thicker. It's a little bit more robust. It kind of chemically adheres to the backing, kind of alluding to what you were talking about earlier, Ren. So it's more integrated, so it shouldn't delaminate, you know, is what we've seen. And we're coming out with lots of prints now. So we came out with a lot of solids, and now we're coming out with more prints. So if you can't afford Silica, this is a great option for you. It's definitely a little bit lower price. Silica starts in the mid 60s. Okay. This one starts in the kind of in the 40s.
Okay. Looks like we've got a question from the audience. Okay. Love it. Brittany wants to know, do the ones in the upper left have a shimmer to them, or is it just the lighting in the photograph?
Yes, we do have shimmer. There's a few that have shimmer. Like I said, it can go in lots of different markets. So we've developed it really to go across hospitality, healthcare, retail, schools. So that's why some of them are a little shiny. They do have a little metallic look to them.
Love that. Yeah. And so because they are a little thicker, are they still okay to go over like curved pieces, or?
Oh, yeah.
That's still okay?
For sure. Yeah. I mean, as with any fabric, you really want to talk to your furniture manufacturer and see what is approved on what piece of furniture, you know, because they're coming out with new pieces of furniture all the time.
Got it.
So you really want to double check, you know, work with your dealer, work with me. I'm happy to help. We do have over 200 furniture manufacturers that we have graded in programs with.
Okay.
So some of them automatically just approve everything, but some of the newer pieces now that have a lot more curves or details as far as how they're produced, just have the conversation, and let's have it earlier rather than later, so we can kind of mitigate any issues down the road. And we're happy to send any samples off for testing.
Awesome. So if a designer finds a piece of furniture that they like, and they find a piece of your fabric that they like, how does that relationship work as a designer? Like, should I get in touch with you first? Should I get in touch with the furniture people first? Like, how does that interaction go? Because I remember as a designer feeling a little nervous about that.
Yeah, I mean, great question, Ren. I think, you know, the more you can keep everyone in the loop, the better. So, you know, we have lots of information on our website, but if you can't ever find anything like cleaning guides or specification information, you know, feel free to reach out. But it is good, especially towards the time when your project might be getting ordered with the dealer, you know, to make sure that it's approved on whatever furniture you've selected. Check with me, or have the dealer check with me. Let's look at stock and make sure we have stock on hand. If we don't, let's find out when it's coming in. We can place reserves on fabric. So, you know, then you're not left with, you know, down to the wire and you're having to reselect a bunch of things. So if we can just keep the conversation going, then I think that's best for everybody.
Got it.
And not something to be scared of, but just something to kind of.
But it's something you do every day, right? Like you're used to like working with furniture dealers and picking out fabrics and that kind of thing. Like that's something that's totally normal.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, cool. Sweet. So can you tell us a little bit about this P3 Tech? I am unfamiliar with it at all. Yeah, so I'm ready to be dazzled.
So thank you. So P3 Tech, the reason I put this in here and the reason for the products I chose today is I really wanted to focus on things that were bleach cleanable and could really withstand some harsh environments, because we all know we're kind of walking into unknown territory right now. So things that can be, cleaned easily are silica, endurance, and then P3 Tech is a wall protection. So it's one of the Tricus products that came over when we purchased Tricus. As you can see here, it's impact, chemical, and abrasion resistant. It comes in 15-yard rolls. So instead of coming in sheets, it looks more like a wall covering, but it is a rigid material. So it performs like a wall protection panel, but you don't need any seams or anything like that. You do need a corner guard, which we have coordinating corner guards. There's 11 patterns, over 200 colorways, and we do have EPD and HPDs available.
Ooh, I love that. So how is it installed? Is it installed like wallpaper?
It is. It's in rolls.
It's in rolls. Okay. And do you need a special, can any installer do it, or would a wallpaper specialist be more inclined to that?
Anybody can do it. I've actually cut it myself during training to try and, just really see how it cuts and how it goes up. You do need to be sure in your specs that you write it as a Division 10 product and not a Division 9, because that will make a difference as far as how the contractor quotes it and, puts it up essentially. So just be aware of that. But yeah, it's just like a wall covering. It does come in 15-yard rolls. So just keep that in mind too. You can't order, like 25. You have to order 30 or 15 or 45.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah. So just to reiterate, I thought that point you said about putting it in the right spec section is really important, that you don't want to put it as a designer. You need to make sure it's under Division 10, which is wall protection, because that would indicate to the contractor that this is a specialty item that needs to perform in a certain way. The price point might be a little higher than just a traditional wall covering. And that'll sort of signal that to the contractor, rather than getting into a point where they try and switch something out for something that they consider a wall covering. Is that sort of what you're saying? Awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
We have another question. Yay.
Okay.
How do you clean it?
So it's easy to clean. We have approved cleaners for it, but it is, like I said, bleach cleanable. So you just, any type of cleaner, just wipe it on and then wipe it right off. You can even marker and Sharpie comes out of it just with an alcohol base cleaner or even straight alcohol. So kind of like Silica. Silica is ink resistant, ink erasable. So is P3 Tech.
Wow. Okay. So what applications do you see for this? Like hallways, schools? Is there any place that we should not put it as a designer?
You probably would not want to put it in a bathroom or somewhere that you have a lot of water splashing on it all the time.
Okay.
It can go, anywhere where there's light moisture, but you wouldn't want it like in a shower or things like that. But corridors are great, elevator lobbies, universities, healthcare, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has a nice texture to it, so it feels a little less like wall protection. Like feels a little yeah.
We have like a nice wood look. We've got a linen look. Like I said, 11 patterns, so quite a few different options to choose from. And we do have type 2 coordinating, just regular wall covering if you want to put this in some areas of your facility and then match.
Oh, great.
But not the same product to cut down on cost a little bit. You can do that.
Awesome. And then one of the things I love about Momentum is you have a lot of information and products that qualify for Healthier Hospitals. Can you tell us a little bit about the Healthier Hospitals initiative? I expect a lot of us will be hearing more about it shortly. Yes. But I just find it a really lovely program, and I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, I'm not an expert on the Healthier Hospitals program. I can kind of speak to the products part of it, because it does encompass lots of different things like food sourcing and, all these, health things. But anyway, as far as products go, basically on here, it means that our fabrics or wall covering that qualify for the Healthier Hospitals are ones that are free of formaldehyde, pre-fluorinated compounds, PVCs, antimicrobials, and flame retardants. So what it really is ensuring is that your indoor air quality in these areas is something that everyone's going to want to breathe. It's not going to be something, you know, that you're going to need to worry about heavy chemical off-gassing and things like that.
Great.
So all of our silicone fabrics, our EPUs, our naked nylon and naked poly, which we're not really talking about today, but those are two woven upholsteries that you have shown here, are also in the Healthier Hospitals initiative, as well as some of our PVC-free wall coverings and privacy curtains.
Love it. Can you talk a little bit about the naked nylon program? Because I was reading about it and it sounded pretty cool.
Yeah, so naked nylon, naked poly. So those are great, very kind of like silica. So they're solution dyed nylon for the naked nylon. They're bleach cleanable. They don't have any chemical finishes or anything like that on them. That's why we call them naked. So years ago, you know, Kaiser kind of helped develop this program to have less off-gassing in the healthcare world. So we have this product that kind of speaks to that. And we've got a whole binder full of naked nylon patterns and solids. And then naked poly is a polyester that also is made with recycled water bottle.
Love that.
Naked nylon is made out of recycled sports jerseys primarily.
Oh, cool.
Because it's nylon. So recycled product, and then also highly durable. The naked poly is a little less expensive. It is a yarn dyed product and not a solution dyed. So that's a little bit different too, but still great choices for any areas that you're worried about indoor air quality and you need the durability.
Awesome. I love that. And it looks like you have a whole bunch. So I just want to let everyone know as we come to a close here that you can order Momentum samples on our website. You can also search for Healthier Hospital textiles or products that qualify for Healthier Hospitals, and a bunch of Momentum is going to show up. So Dianne, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm excited to hear about all these silica options. Designers, head to Source to check that out and order some samples so you can feel what we're talking about when we're talking about this silicone. And if you want to join us tomorrow or the next day, we've got a bunch of snack breaks coming up. So smash that register now button and I would love to see you again. But Dianne, it was great to see you. We really miss you. Great. And I really want to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much. I miss you guys too.
I know. All right. We'll talk to you later.
Okay. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.